Davy VTV, Davy V with you. This is a special video where I want to speak directly to the family of the young man who was killed by a distracted Monroe County, New York sheriff deputy in Perryton, New York, just outside of Rochester, New York. First of all, to the family of the young man killed, I send my deepest condolences. I can't imagine what you must be feeling at this point in time. However, I want to give you some advice, which I hope that you will consider. Perhaps you're familiar with me and my work for the past 25 plus years. And before me, my father have exposed the corruption and good old boys club that exists when it comes to the Rochester, New York and Monroe County, New York area law enforcement agencies. This includes the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office. First of all, I'd like to get right to the point. Please sue the hell out of the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office and Monroe County. And do not, for 1 minute, believe a word coming from this man's mouth, who you see on the screen right now, Monroe County, New York Sheriff Todd Baxter. Or this man, Monroe County, New York Sheriff Captain Michael Fowler. What you need to understand, if you don't know already, is that police and law enforcement officials are trained liars. They are trained to lie to you. And believe me, that is exactly what they will do. Unbeknownst to you, the damage control wheels have begun to spin in the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office and among Monroe County, New York officials. They will find any way possible to blame your loved one and to justify the deputy's actions. The Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office has a long, dark history of misconduct, corruption, and cover-up. Countless deaths have happened at the Monroe County, New York jail located in downtown Rochester, New York, where inmates have had very suspicious deaths, and it's all been swept under the rug and covered up by the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office and Monroe County, New York officials. So again, please do not believe a word that is coming out of these individuals' mouths, and never forget that they will protect themselves first. And they will put themselves first and blame the victim. In this case, your loved one. Please don't forget that. A quick word of advice on attorneys. Be very careful with hiring and selecting an attorney from the Rochester, New York area and the Monroe County, New York area. Many of the local attorneys in Rochester, New York are just as corrupt as the police officers. Many of them moonlight as judges in different surrounding towns. And many of them are literally in bed with law enforcement. Just as many Rochester, New York area news media reporters are literally in bed with law enforcement officers. If you're not from this area, or even if you are from this area, the Monroe County, New York area, perhaps you know or you don't know that it is a good old boys mentality, good old boys club when it comes to Rochester, New York area and Monroe County, New York area law enforcement. They are corrupt, they are dirty, and they will lie right to your face. Please do not give up on seeking justice for your loved one. Please understand that the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office has a very dark history of lying, of misconduct, of corruption, and of cover ups. Again, they are trained liars. They will lie right to your face and defend the thin blue line, the blue wall, and the code of silence, and they will blame your loved one in order to justify their actions. Also, be very careful. I understand that the case is going to be investigated by the New York State Attorney General's office. Also, be very careful. I would advise you to not trust any of these agencies, any of these individuals, and hire your own private investigators if you can. Do not stop and do not take their word for it. There is a very good chance that the Monroe County, New York Sheriff deputy who hit and killed your loved one was distracted, possibly texting, possibly talking on the phone. I have a serious issue with the fact that if you look at the scene and the videos that are playing right now on the screen, you do not see any other law enforcement agency at the scene where your loved one was hit and killed. You do not even see New York State Police there. All you see is the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office personnel and law enforcement officials. That is very, very disturbing and very suspicious, and you should not for 1 minute trust them. In essence, they're investigating themselves. Please do not stop seeking justice for your loved one. Do not give up. And do not believe a word they say. Again, I'm sorry for your loss.